Hey guys, Huzz here bringing you another video. Now welcome to more spectating the best players. Today we are watching a Qiyana. And we're also watching somebody that I don't know what he does anymore. I'm sure he's still somewhere in the scene. He's still probably a pro of some degree. But this is Diamondprox. From my memory, he used to be the jungler of a two Russian teams. Was called M5, then turned into Gambit from memory. Was very good. You know, the team in general was very good. You know, Alex Ich was the mid laner and stuff. That's kind of like the time when I watched a lot of Pro League. So I've, you know, fond memories of watching this guy. He is roughly a rank 10 on EU West, and it was kind of cool. And the reason why we're doing a replay, by the way, of Qiyana, because obviously I don't really play Qiyana, is when I was looking through the top 10 on EU West today, literally 5-10 minutes ago, I was like, oh my god, Diamondprox, let's do a replay of him. So the question that we're going to answer, or try to answer today, is Qiyana busted? The reason why I'm asking this question is I've seen in the comment section people complaining about her. I've seen people on my Discord server complain about her because a lot of people feel that she is too strong. And the weird thing is she could be kind of sleeper overpowered or OP in general, but not many people play her. You know, she's a newish champion that to me just didn't gain a lot of traction. Not many people got that excited for her. Not many people were like, oh, I'm going to definitely play her. Not as much as like Yuumi, because like Yuumi took over bot lane. Like there was a Yuumi on one of the sides every game, or it was banned. Qiyana hasn't been that. Like she's hardly a ban, but then whenever, at least in my rating, in, you know, Diamond 1, Diamond 2, they normally get fed. Like I've played against a couple recently, and in one game I did fine against it, and the other game I got stomped. But in both games I was scared of her, and I think once, again, that was mid lane Qiyana. She might have been 0-5 in one of my Vel'Koz games, and I was still scared of her. And I think also a lot of people underestimate how long her push really is. So you can see Diamondprox finishes the red, goes to up there, and notice he doesn't clear the small ones. Now, a lot of people may ask, why don't you clear those? If I'm honest, I don't really know why. Like, that's 40 gold, they're 10 gold each, and it would be one spell to clear them all. But again, the camp resets, you know, leaving them there, as long as you kill the big one, I believe the whole camp will reset. So those will despawn and the camp will respawn. You don't have to kill those to get all of them. So you can see he's being very fast. He's hovering near the river already, maybe looking for a mid lane gank. Here we go. So there's an Evelynn, by the way, on the enemy team. Gank coming in. Akali gets the flash early, and now Diamondprox is going to help push. Interesting move. I guess maybe this gives Akali the option to go back if she wanted to, and Evelynn has joined the party. I don't know if much is going to happen unless the Evelynn's kind of crazy. If, you know, if Akali goes back in there, I'll also be surprised. I guess they're just wanting to be very aggressive. Obviously, goes without saying. Wait, is this going to happen? Oh my god, first blood coming by Diamondprox, gets hit by a tower, and Evelynn obviously was in the area, so that will probably be a return kill. Smites to get health back, jumps over the wall. Okay, that's not bad. He did get the flash from the Evelynn, so it wasn't a complete waste, so that's pretty good. First blood, gets the Evelynn flash, kills the Talon, obviously. So that's actually, I'd probably say worth, surprisingly. The only thing it does, if I'm not mistaken... Oh, wow, massively worth. So Evelynn continues the jungle. The Akali never based. And then the Akali kills the Evelynn because you'd never expect that. Crazy aggressive play coming out by these two players. And it's always good to see when it's pulled off well. I was about to say the only thing was bad was the reset red buff. But no, Akali now gets the red buff. So overall, a good situation. I'd presume now Qiyana is going to head over to the river, and she's going to take the first Scuttle Crab over here. And remember, Scuttle Crab is very important. I believe... Oh, wow, no, hang on. Not going Scuttle Crab, going straight to the blue buff. You can see with the vision, they know. Evelynn now knows because of the vision, but this is insane of how much aggression is coming out. Again, it's not known that Qiyana is that strong until level 6. She just like halved health the Evelynn. She's now going to try and make her way. This is obviously very risky. She's using her stealth, waiting in the bush. There's 3 people in this bush. Qiyana will go down. And again, hyper-aggressive play style. Hyper-aggressive. And she, you know, hyper-aggression sometimes works amazingly well, or sometimes you get punished for it. So it's kind of been a mixed bag already in this game, but it's always nice to see very hyper-aggression play, because I'd be honest, it's kind of rare to watch hyper-aggression. Again, I'm going to say this, but done well. Usually in solo queue, and boom, you get a kill even like kind of in a 2v1. Evelyn was in the area. Akali was not phased. And remember, a very big time of when people get killed. Remember this in solo queue and all this. A very big time when people get killed. Meanwhile, the Scuttle Crab is in play. Qiyana's not having any of it. Enemy bot lane might have to come and help. Qiyana's going to go for the solo kill. But a very big time when people get killed is when the jungler is nearby. Solo kill happening there. Very big difference between Qiyana and Evelyn already in this game. But when you're in a mid lane, for example, you're like, oh, my jungler's coming. Sometimes you forget about, oh, the lane opponent can just murder me instantly because you drop your guard because you've got backup. So be very careful when your jungler's even coming in, because that's the time that you also can die. It's like the Akali killed the Talon as Evelyn was coming in, because the Talon probably was like, oh, the Akali's probably going to start running away. Nope, she went aggressive. So far, I think this has been a great example of a greatly confident Qiyana, who is just going hyper-aggressive and not really giving much room for this Evelyn. It's all, so far in the early game, has been farming a little bit, but mainly making the Evelyn, and I'd say we're going to use the word uncomfortable. I don't know what that sound is. It's like music playing. I guess there might be a skin in the game that does that. I'm not sure. Is it one of these? It might be that new skin. I don't even know if that's... I have no idea. Because obviously, replay sometimes have bugs in them, unfortunately. But yeah, she's making the Evelyn uncomfortable, I'd say, is the best word to use to describe. So as you can see, obviously remember that Akali did not complete all of this camp, and it's respawned. So you don't have to complete it. Like right now, she could run away, and this camp would respawn, I believe. The moment that, you know, all the little skulls on the minimap, or the little markers on the map, the moment that that disappears, the camp will respawn. That's what defines if it will respawn or not. So yeah. Right, so the game in general is going okay. Top lane is more or less an island. You know, Urgot did get that solo kill. Oh, not solo kill. Got the kill from the Qiyana's aggression play. Jungle, you know, farms kind of even. It's a bit weird, but yes, the Qiyana's had the advantage, I'd say, in pressure, but the Evelyn's keeping up okay. Mid lane is clearly in the Akali's favour, and bot lane is also pretty clear in the red team's favour. Again, you could argue that is the difference of having an AD carry and a mage. Again, very weird mixture on the enemy team. Syndra bot lane, it's becoming a thing. You can do it if you want to. I wouldn't recommend it. But a Janna with a Syndra, to me, that is very weird. Again, Janna, she has a shield, and the buff of the shield gives AD. But you've got an AP, you know, an AP carry with you. Okay, Hex Flash going to come in with the Blasting Plant. Both of them jump over the wall. This could be too late for the enemy team. Boom, engage on the Janna. Look at that damage. So again, remember in this episode, we are trying to answer the question, is Qiyana busted? And I know that the Janna is a bit behind and she is squishy in general, but that damage was crazy, right? Like, that's a lot. Meanwhile, Silas does going down in top lane, but obviously knowing that, the enemy jungler's top lane, this opens up Dragon for Qiyana. She's also going to be doing it solo, which, you know, to be honest, again, that isn't... Doing a Dragon solo at level 6 isn't a thing that is quite impressive anymore. I really can't think of a jungler that can't do that. And you remember, this is a assassin, AD, non-tank jungler, and yeah, she can do it. So it used to be what defined a good jungler, believe it or not. It's like, oh wow, Warwick can do Dragon solo. But as the game adjusts and the meta moves, Riot has just kind of nerfed the Dragon or even buffed the jungler so they can do it solo. Pretty much, again, it would be very hard to see a jungler that can't do that solo at level 6. Obviously, there are some champions that can do it early. I'm sure Udyr, Warwick, Nunu, you know, they're still in the bracket that they could probably do it at level 3 if they wanted to. But obviously that's a risk, because if you're caught out, and you will take a lot of damage at that stage, you will probably just die. So you can see the farming is now on. So there are stages that this Qiyana is going hyper aggressive in ganks, and then there's stages that I just need to farm a little bit. And usually that always is power spikes of at this time I'm happy with this item, and the game is, oh, it's nearing 10 minutes, I should have this item as well. And obviously the most consistent way you're going to get gold as a jungler is farming. Ganks are a bonus. They're not always going to work out, but farm you always can get. So I need Moby boots, you know, she might be thinking. So she's going to go for them. Right, here's the big engage. She did muck that up quite badly, has to be said. She still has ultimate. Don't think anyone thinks going to come of it. Bot lane's having a bad time. Evelyn's re-engaging, does get the kill. Nice play by Evelyn. Akali going risky will pick up the kill at that low health. Qiyana still got ultimate, nothing much more kind of come out of it. Obviously, that does give both Sylas and Qiyana an assist. Good flash dodge. Qiyana might think about trying to kill this Urgot now that he doesn't have ultimate. With the ultimate, if she gets a good push in, but it is risky. Now she will, if I, you know, mistake by Urgot basically misses his E. Obviously, he needed to hit that, and Qiyana gets a nice kill there. Mistake by Urgot. Some people may be questioning the Urgot build. It is something that I've seen a little bit more of. So it's the Conqueror Urgot build, where you want to do attack speed and all that type of thing, you know, attack with your W as much as possible. Level 8 Rift Herald, by the way, but he's going to go Death Stance first. I've seen it here and there, but generally I wouldn't rush Death Stance first. I would maybe buy it your third item. I'd go Black Cleaver, Righteous Glory, then Death Stance. This is a very risky build. Arguably, he could be doing it this game because he's against a AP Sylas top lane who's quite squishy. So this Urgot might be like, oh, I can just kill him with Death Stance. That's possibly the line of thinking there, but it's still, you know, it is a risk. So this is a very early Rift Herald, but confidently taken. You know, I think that's the key word of this game is confidence. You know, there has been a couple of mistakes, but it's been confident throughout, hyper aggressive throughout. And overall, pretty good game so far. Right, we're going to go top lane. There is a fight potentially happening between these two. Sylas stole the Urgot ultimate, which then opens up the potential for something to happen. Evelyn is in mid lane. I don't know. With Qiyana not having ultimate... Oh, here we go. Hyper-aggressive time. Misses the double chain. They're going to go for a bit of tower damage. Nope, they're going to go for a full engage with the Sylas ultimate. That is stolen. And wham, bam, thank you, ma'am. There you go. Pretty easy gank when you've got an execute yourself. And I think maybe the Qiyana gave the Sylas the route there to make it an easy little attempt. Alright, so, whoa, Rift Herald. I don't know if that was on purpose or that might have been a mistake. She might be like, let's ward this, and she kind of forgot, but maybe they were okay with it, because I guess it is approaching the time, just under 2 minutes when the plates are going to disappear, so you may as well maximize getting as many plates as possible, and boom, they do get the first tower of the game, which will give, obviously, the maximum plates. Obviously shared between both of them, but that is better than nothing. So, item build goes without saying, Warrior, Stalker's Blade. You don't really need, for those that are wondering, oh, Qiyana jungle, why not the Red Smite? So the Red Smite is good for damage reduction, and it's good for sustained damage. You're not doing that on Qiyana. You're going for burst. She's an assassin, so you'll go for Stalkers for an extra bit of burst damage, you know, and a slow. It's a lot better. Moby Boots because you're assassin, and then secondly, she's most likely going for a Yumu's, or if she really wants to get the early one-shots in, she'll go Drakthar for her second item. Again, I don't know what she's gone. I didn't look that much into the build when I looked at the replay, but we'll see. So overall, a pretty dominant game so far. Again, last couple replay episodes, I did ask you guys which would you prefer. A lot of you did say you prefer the closer games, and I did hear that. I will just say, as a small excuse, I am recording this the same day this video is coming out. Unfortunately, I was caught a little bit off guard with my yesterday's stream. I didn't get any videos made for the main channel. It was a pretty bad stream. And I just came back from the gym today, and this is like, I've got very limited time to get things done. Double knock-up with the ultimate. We'll get a double assist. The Akali will pick up a double kill, heal, and the Akali will survive. Lovely. Don't think the Akali actually expected to survive that, because she kind of turned back in, but you know, the heal did save her and she got out in time. So that's nice team play when an AD carry, who is full health by the way, uses her heal to save someone else. That shows great team play, because there are some AD carries out there, trust me, that be like, I ain't giving heal when I'm full health to you, screw that. They do exist, but that is very good. Meanwhile, in top lane, you can see the Urgot did kill the Sylas, which, by the way, I would expect. I don't think Sylas top lane is a good pick. I think it's too squishy in the current meta, and if you think of all the meta top laners, yeah, all of them kill squishy stuff pretty good. And Urgot, I'd say, has kind of fallen off the meta, and yeah, he's still around. That is interesting to me. Wow, okay. So the Qiyana is giving blue buff to an Akali. Now remember, blue buff isn't useless to Akali. It gives cooldown reduction and it gives energy regen. A lot of people don't realize that, because so many people will rage out if like an energy champion wants blue. It's like, but I'm mana, you're energy. It gives energy regen, natural energy regen, that it goes like quicker. So it's not bad at all. It's just generally more efficient. So that was a great use of the ward. So Talon did muck that up. Well, not mucked it up, he just got outplayed, kind of. That he used Ignite, goes to the kill, doesn't have enough damage because he hasn't got an item complete at 15 minutes, which is a pretty rough game on Talon. But that was a great use that they had vision walking into that with the, well, I don't even, yeah, the red smite, the red trinket. So she saw the outline of Talon, so she did expect that like a second before it happened. And very good reaction timing to get out of that. Now we'll go for red buff. Now, again, another thing that you'll notice, and what we do notice in these episodes, and I hope people kind of pay attention to it, is notice that she is not going back often. Like, you'll see a lot of junglers go back all the time. You know, even when they're low health, they're going back. This Qiyana's been low health for a while, but she does a couple more camps here and there. Like, you want to maximize what you're doing. You know, right now, there's 2 camps up on the map. That means those camps are gold, and, you know, you may as well kill them, in theory, before you go back, because you're spending time going back, which is then using that time to respawn the camps. Extra gold income, eventually. That's complete min-maxing of the jungle. But yeah. Skull Crab that she's ignoring. She is walking past this. No, she won't. She will go for it. Janna in mid lane is very low. Again, a 1-7 Janna in a challenger game is a bit questionable, but looking at her name, Zoe 1, possible it's a Zoe 1 trick, obviously being auto-filled to support. Urgot coming in. Again, Death's Dance going to be quite strong at this stage of the game. Big power spike for him. But again, relatively a squishy Urgot in the hands of something like an Akali or a Qiyana, has to be said. So Qiyana waiting on the whims here. This is a potential dive situation coming, but we'll see. Urgot going for a full engage. Will go down. Qiyana's coming in. Will kill the Urgot. So 1-for-1. Sylas is making a couple positional mistakes, has to be said. And remember, he is full AP, so he is very, very squishy comparing to what a normal top laner should be. But again, he could be a Sylas one trick. He could be a Sylas main, so obviously that's what he's going to play, because that's all that he can play, for example. Right, so Qiyana didn't use ultimate there, but she's going to return to the Scuttle Crab, going to just finish this as nice as she can. So there you go. By the way, item build that we spoke earlier, Yumu's is probably what the natural second item is. Meanwhile, Akali, I think, is just killing everything. But this one, Akali. Again, by the way, this is nerfed Akali, because this is on current patch, because I only can get replays on current patch. So this is nerfed Akali in a challenger game, being 8-0, making everybody else look like fools. And this is why Akali will keep getting nerfed. And again, trust me right now, and as I say, Akali will get nerfed again. Because win rate legit means sod all. Right, Noah's getting a bit caught out. He did go for a Hextech flash play, but nothing came of it, which is fine. Again, you miss all the shots that you don't take, so go for shots. Again, especially when you're against a Janna Syndra lane in the bot lane. What is that? That is immobile. If you get hit by a Nautilus hook, then you're probably dead. And that is why, you know, if you are going to play Syndra in the bot lane, you definitely don't want a Janna. You'd probably want a tank that's going to be in front of you all the time, that can take the Nautilus hooks for you, or you want something that can disengage quite well. Like, Janna's got disengage, but the problem is, this Janna will probably die before she can disengage. So Qiyana will steal the blue, which is a nice little steal there. Obviously, goes without saying, the Zaya's had a good game as well. If you look into the gold, I'd imagine mid lane is the biggest difference, and it is. So Talon's had a rough game. He's 5-4 versus 8-8. So that's a very big difference. You know, 3,300 gold difference. Jungle is a 2,000 gold difference. Top lane, Urgot's leading slightly. Bot lane, you know, again, another 2.2 thousand gold lead. So these three are doing wonderful. Again, the way that I always say how you judge a game generally, support gold is usually a very good way of telling the difference of the game, because if your support is vastly more rich than the enemy support, and they don't farm, they don't get that income, they don't get kills, and Nautilus is nearing the 1,000 gold mark. He's like 900 gold ahead, so it does show that this game is just going very well for red team. By the way, again, for blue team to make a recovery from this game, how would they do it? The way that they would most likely do it, if you look at the red team, the pattern is that they're generally squishy apart from one person, and that one person obviously is Nautilus. So picks. That is most likely it. You know, everyone's relatively squishy. If you pick that one person, you stick together, kill that one person, it would probably go quite well. Qiyana goes for a play, one-shots completely the Janna. Kali, you know, fighting 1v3, does survive. And I will say, remember, with us doing these replay analysis, remember, Worlds Pros are now here. I don't know if any of them are in this game, but if there is a Worlds Pro that you guys want me to watch that is now playing on EU West, put them in the comments below and we will spectate their games. I don't know if the Koreans are here yet. I know some American teams are here, like Cloud9's here and stuff like that, I think. But yeah, let me know pros that you want to see. You know, if Faker is here, or when Faker arrives to US, we can spectate a Faker game and stuff like that. Because we normally obviously don't do pros outside of Europe or players outside of Europe. Well, now the pros are coming here, it will open that chance up. So let me know in the comments who you want to see, and yeah. So Syndra gets herself caught. Silas does a lovely steal. He will then go for an aggressive flash. They also catch an Evelynn that I think was stealth at the time. That's always good. Talon doing a bit of a random aggression play. That was a very weird Nautilus play there. Silas will go down to the Urgot. Akali and the Qiyana can't get there yet. Qiyana going to go aggressive. Urgot lands his hook. Talon thinking about going aggressive. Qiyana looking for the Urgot, but again, he is actually quite strong. He's had an okay game, but you could say he's had a relatively free lane against a Silas top lane. And of all lanes, the Evelynn did go to top lane a couple times. So now he's being outnumbered, and he will go down eventually. Janna will die again, and she's now 1-9. But overall, this game, very confident displays by, you know, 4 people. Qiyana, Akali, Xayah, and Nautilus. The Qiyana, I think, showed great confidence. Obviously, you know, Diamond Proc's been a great player over the years. But, you know, the damage is high. The bullying of an Evelynn was crazy. And, you know, the weird thing with this replay, I don't think we've seen, like, the ultimate Qiyana play yet. We haven't seen that 3 or 4 man push into a wall that I've seen Qiyana's do, and that's kind of crazy. Don't know what the Janna's doing. If that hit, that was probably a kill, but again, very close. Don't really know what the Janna's doing. It kind of feels like she's a bit uncomfortable on that champion, has to be said. But yeah, is she broken is the question that we're trying to answer. It's a hard one, because this game, I felt like this Qiyana has had things under control. The damage is quite, like, very high. I've never felt that she's done anything majorly bad. She's just been over-aggressive, which, you know, is fine. And they're now going to go for the Baron, potentially. Yep, they are. We need Nautilus probably to tank it, though. And yeah, I think, again, the weird thing is that she's having a great game, but there is plenty more that this Qiyana can do. That's the thing. So Talon trying to escape, will escape for now. Nautilus ultimate coming down. He will escape in the end. And, you know, they could have potentially done Baron, but they decide against it. Qiyana at this time has got 1,700 gold, so I'd imagine she wants to go back. Maybe buy a serrated Dirk if she wants to go Yumu's. Evelynn coming in, stopping the base, gets the ultimate, misses the ultimate on anybody. Obviously, it still does the damage around that structure, but she doesn't actually land it on anybody, and Xayah will pick herself up another kill. Notice, by the way, the Hex Drinker. Why is the Hex Drinker there? Oh, she might be going GA. The Hex Drinker's there just for survivability. When you're this far ahead, again, like we mentioned, the red team is squishy. So if an Evelynn catches you out, if a Syndra catches you out, it's going to be iffy if you survive because you are very squishy. So that's just to be annoying in surviving. It still gives you damage, it gives you survivability, sorry. So that's just a good purchase. Overall, a good purchase. So Janna's in the area. Qiyana's going to be chasing. She's now flashing away. Akali going to go for the Urgot. Janna is being chased down by the Qiyana right now. I don't know. It's going to be hard to catch a Janna. She's got Moby's kicking in now, and she's got her passive. Qiyana going to jump over the wall. That's the one thing Janna can't really do. Akali has left the game because the enemy team has surrendered. But yeah, overall, a pretty dominant performance by the red team. Again, it was some good Akali play thrown in this replay, but again, we're focusing the Qiyana, and we'll try and ask the question, is she broken? Again, let me know in the comments, do you think she's broken? Because I just keep seeing it come up. Keep seeing it. Like, you know, there's the meme of, like, where not to fight Qiyana, and there's the mini-map, and the whole map's red, because the whole map has so many structures. Because if you get pushed into a wall against Qiyana, yeah, you're dead. So, I don't know. And again, her push, by the way, I've been laning against her. If you're in the mid of mid lane, and you know where, like, the sides of the river, like the structures, like if I'm here, my mouse in the bottom right. So if you're here, where my mouse is, and these two bits, you're in the middle of the lane, Qiyana gets to the side of you and pushes you. You can be in the middle of the lane, and it will push you and stun you into a wall. That's how big her push is. It's bigger than a Zizz. But yeah, overall, I think she's potentially broken is where I'm going to leave this video, but not many people are utilizing her. Why? I think because she's actually quite hard to pull off. I think it's very easy to make mistakes on this champion. You saw over-aggression kill Diamond Procs a couple times, and I think you need to be aggressive to make this champion work, and ipso facto, if you have a bad game, being hyper-aggressive, you're going to feed like crazy. But I think she's very good. Very strong in people that know what they're doing, borderline overpowered. But that's going to be it. If you guys did enjoy it, throw a like on the video. Hopefully you guys enjoyed anyway. And yeah, let me know in the comments as well what pros you want to see that are coming here for Worlds, boot camping in Europe, and obviously throughout Worlds, the pros will still be playing solo queue. But yeah, like, subscribe, comment down below. See you guys next time. Peace.